Okay. Now you see different colors of routing. This is top. This color is for top layer. These are the different layers. There are bottom layer. There are too many layers actually. The problem is we don't make any circuit that needs more than two layer actually. You see there are top, the red one is the bottom, the blue one is inner 2, and the green one is the inner 1. Again this one is top. You see here the layer is shown, which layer or which routing. This one is bottom, red one. This one is top, this one is inner 2, and this one is inner 1. So it is actually using 4 layers to route this circuit, and to make this PCB will be expensive, and we don't want actually 4 layer PCB. Most of the time 1 layer is also possible in some cases, but usually we do 2 layer PCB, top and bottom. If we need, we can, if in case you need more than 2 layer, we can do it, but usually we don't need it. So how to do the layout of this circuit in only 2 layer, that is the problem. I will show you that. First you have to unroot that board, and then refresh, minimize connections, and then here in the spreadsheet go to layers. I will show again. In this spreadsheet go to layers, and here you will see this is the top, and here it says that routing, bottom routing, inner 1 routing, inner 2 routing, and the other layers it doesn't need actually for this time. These are unused. So for the routing, actually I want to make the connection only in 2 layer, top and bottom. So to change the permission of this layer routing, we have to double click. Again I am showing, double click here and it will come up, and then click here unused routing, and then OK. Here you see it is unused. Again for this one, unused routing, and then OK. But remember, for this, to change the permission of this layer routing, you have to make the circuit layout unrouted. I mean, you have to unroot the board, and then you will change the permission of the layers to be whether it is used for routing or not. Okay. So okay, now if I do auto root, then you will see it will use only 2 layer. Okay, you see it is using only top. This is the top layer and this is the bottom layer, and usually top layers are connected on horizontal direction, and the bottom layers are connected on vertical directions. That is usually done for noise, to eliminate the noise problem. That is a different issue, you can think about that. And one more important issue is the thickness of the net. This routing is not in some cases it may not be enough, because if it takes current, then you will need to change the thickness of this layer. So how to do that? So for each net we have to change the thickness. I mean, when the software will route it, we have it will route it according to the thickness that we will say, will define. So before do that, go to unroot and unroot board, and also refresh, minimize connections. Now again to spreadsheet, then nets. Here there are, you see, there are different nets. The name of the nets, this is ADC in, this is data 0, data 1. These are actually, this, the name of these nets are actually found were given in the capture circuit diagram, and actually you should do it on that, in the circuit diagram. You should not change the name of the net here, because all the change of name and those kind of stuff we do it in the circuit diagram. So you see here all the, this is VCC, this is VCC in, this is V reference, this is ground. So we are actually we see that there are different nets here. So to change the net width, if we want to change all of them, suppose if we want to change ground, because ground takes more current, if we want to change it to 30 minimum, 30 maximum 35, we'll change it here. Okay, see, it is changed. So now if we do auto root, you will see all the ground connections will be, you see, this is 30, the width of this net is 30. So this way we will change the width of all the nets that we want. And suppose now I want to change the width of them, of all of them, suppose again nets, then I will select here. If we select here, all those will be selected, and then right button, properties, here 30, 35, suppose 40. Okay, now this is done, and now I will do the auto root again. You see all the nets are now thick, much more thicker than the previous. And these are actually via connection from top layer to bottom layer. So to make connections, to solve the maze of the connections, the software uses via. So you see the connections are done. So this way we change the width of each net individually or all of them. And suppose you need to change any layout connection after the auto root, most of the case we need it, because the way the software do it is most of the case we don't like it and we may need to change it. So how to do the change? You select this one, pressed, and then click the layout that you want to change. Okay, suppose you want to delete this, delete. Okay, so this way you can change and auto root it. Okay, I can cross the top layer because this is bottom layer. Okay, X, delete, and then again press click and click done. Okay, you see I have changed the layout this way manually. So this way you can change the layout manually if you want, because in most of the cases you may not want this connection this way or that way. So this way you can change some manipulation manually.